Welcome, everyone, to Motor City Aquatics. I am not your favorite host. How's everybody doing? We're a little early at night because I see that gangster mofo that we all know so much, Vinny's Aquatics, is going to come on at 10 o'clock. So I figure I'd get off so I can, get off a little early. Start a little early, get off a little early so I can get things together, so I can watch him when he comes on. Fission Tank Ticks, welcome. How are you? Good to see you. First in line. So, long week. It's a good week. I'm home alone for the weekend. First time in about 13 years. So it's something different. The house is quiet. I'm not used to this. So still in ya. What up? That's my boy. My phone gas to go in the charge. Just got home. Dang. Oh yeah, you always gotta put it on charge. What's happening, my boy? Still in ya? My brother from another mother. I have an afro. You just see I just picked it out real good today. So see, it's sticking up. Still in you is in the house. Yes, sir. Well, it's good to see you guys. Yeah, it's been a long week. Weather's really changing. I think our little snow stuff is gone. We had snow for a couple weeks. Now it's literally all melted. It melted yesterday. And today's even just another warm day. So it's another, I think, 40-degree day. We're supposed to go in the 50s. Let me see. Well, it's 39 now. 42 a high today. 39, 38, 36, 42, 42, 40. So, I mean, it doesn't look anything horrible for the rest of the week. But Tuesday, yeah, see, it says snow around 1 inch. So we haven't gotten any snow really we did. We did get snow. We had to use the snow blower 3 times or so. So that was pretty cool because I bought a new snow blower. It was used. But if you know me, I'm not a guy who likes to buy things brand new because to me, I like to sit around wait for the good deal. So if I can get something that for, it's worth $1,000 for $200-300, I'm your guy. But, there's so many people moving these days, so many people that have to move this, that, and the other, and they need to sell their stuff. And a lot of it's really high end, really, really high end. And so we like to pick our stuff up that way. My I don't know. I got some bad looks the other day at the Toro store. I went to the Toro store to it's not a Toro store. They're a handler of Toro. They repair Toro, they sell Toro, but it's a repaired joint. Real nice. It's been around since the 60s. Well, anyways, went in there for a spark plug for my generator. And we was talking about snow blowers, and I told her that I was going to buy a lawnmower in there this past summer, but I went with a different brand. And we was talking about snow blowers, and I told her, I said, my last snow blower, I said, I just bought a Toro this time. I said, but my last snow blower was a Troy built. I bought it used off an older gentleman who was moving to Florida. He paid $500 for it. I gave him $250, and I ran it for 7 years and never changed the oil once because I would have had to take the panels off. Never changed the oil once, and all I did was I made sure the oil was always full and filled the gas up. And that thing started first pull every single year, dead of winter, freezing cold, never needed a power start, nothing. And it rotted out so bad I couldn't even. They would have said it would have been as much just to buy a brand new snowblower as to get this one repaired. It rotted out so bad, and that the engine still ran like a top. So you can't argue the fact that brand new isn't always best. It's nice, but if you can get brand new from somebody else and it's only, maybe 2 seasons old or something, it's the way to go. So, but yes, long week, like I said, we had a good work week. And then Thursday, I haven't been to the chiropractor in a while. And ever since I got hit in the head and had that accident, and I don't want to hear any jokes about, how I slur and maybe drool. Don't need that right now. But ever since I got hit in the head, that was like 2019. Well, ever since then, my shoulders have hurt, but the left one here, because I got hit in the left side, it fractured 3 vertebrae in my neck and my shoulder. The pain went down my arm, everything is so bad. Well, I've had them looked at, but all chiropractors did whatever. Well, every time I lay on it, it kind of feels like it's like rotating around in there, and it'll go don't, cause me tons of pain. And so I went and seen my chiropractor Thursday, and I said, look, I can't live like this no more. I said, something's got to happen. Can you look at my shoulder, see if it's out of place? So he just moved it, rotated it, and you could feel it just moving, with him rotating it. And he grabbed that sucker, had me lean back on him and lifted my elbow up like this, and then jammed it, wham, and it crunched. I mean, it was something else. It made me, man, I felt like, not like I was going to pass out, but it was such a quick, jolt of pain. And then it went away so fast, it like took my breath away for a second. I was like, oh, and he's like, yep, that was out of place. So he really reefed on it hard. So hopefully, because, I want to start training again, I want to start lifting again. And I was even thinking, I don't know, maybe, as people watch this over the next couple months or something, you guys could give me your opinions on, I was thinking, I trained for 10 and a half years. I was a power lifter. And I was pretty darn strong. I wasn't like, all these big steroided guys, nothing against steroids, just that they kill you. But, I wasn't like cut up. I was, I'm 6'8", so I was really massive. I was like, not as big, nowhere near as big, but like Brian Shaw is 6'8". He's a power lifter. So I was along that line, nowhere near his weight though. No, I couldn't even hold a candle to the guy, but I trained the same way. So, so what I was thinking is, since I'm 51 and a lot of people don't know how to train, or maybe are afraid of training at a later age, or, anything, health wise, can they do it? I was thinking maybe start a channel where we follow me starting all over. Because look, I did it for a long, long time. I trained people for 8.5 years. I power lifted for 10.5 years, but I did cardio, everything. I trained people for a long time. I mean, I'm 6'8", and I was 319.5 pounds at my biggest and strongest. And I didn't push for that way. It's just where I was. And I would jog 5 miles every other day. Not a problem. So it was the powerlifting that beat me up and kind of, I would think, did some stuff, achy joints and stuff. But I got degenerative disc disease, bone spurs, arthritis when I was younger. But, the training really helped. It made me a lot stronger. It let my joints be more fluid. The stretching, the moving, it was all super positive. But I'm not going to come back as a power lifter. Just I want to train. I don't want to bodybuild. I'll probably do a lot of power lifting lifts, but I don't think, I mean, if I deadlift, it's going to be real light. If I squat, it's probably going to be real light. I'm 51. I don't want to put a ton of weight on my joints anymore, but believe me, squat and deadlift and bench are the three biggest movements. When those movements grow and get strong, the rest of your movements grow. A lot of people don't know that. To have a really strong bench, you have to have a strong deadlift and a strong squat. It just blows your bench through the roof. So what I'll have to do is come up with something else, do other types. But yeah, I was thinking if I started another channel, just coming back at 51, 50, whatever, and people can follow me if they want to, if they're thinking about training, exercising, working out, and they could see that it can be done, by a guy who did it for a long, long time. Now, the only reason I quit, this is the only reason I quit. Well, there was three reasons. There, two were negative and one was positive. The first negative one was I had a hernia. I got a hernia and I let it go for a long time. And it was so bad. It was just below where my belt is, where you wear pants. And it was on the left-hand side and it would stick out the size of a grapefruit. And I would just tape it in place. And I went to a doctor one time. Well, what it was is I couldn't get up off the couch. My back pain was so severe. So I went and see a doctor and he said I had to get surgery immediately. It could twist and I could die. It's called distented. So the next day he cut me open and fixed it. Didn't need any mesh, no nothing, because I was powerlifting. I was my muscle structure was super thick. He said he just sewed the muscles together. Didn't need anything, because I was really big. A lot of muscle in that area. So he said 8 weeks you can go back. I said okay. And he said you can lift stronger than ever. I said now is there could I have another hernia on the other side? He said how old are you? I said 36. Now this is when I was getting out of it. Well, actually trying to take this time off, repair, and come back. And so he said no, you won't have another one. You would have had it already. So at 8 weeks I started going back to the gym, working out. And all of a sudden, I noticed this little air bubble under my skin on the right side now this time. So I went and see him again, and I showed it to him. I said, what's that? And he's like, oh, man. So he cut me open again, ended up having 3 hernias on that side. They were minor, but they would have been something major if they weren't fixed. So again, sewed them shut. So the 8 weeks after that, my wife, bless her heart, was pregnant with Luke. And, more than anything, I was supposed to buy a business back then. It was a big business, and I was working for the owner, and he backed out, chose not to sell it. So when all this happened, I needed to do something because, we were pregnant and we needed insurance and blah, blah, blah. So that's when I got in the union. I had to, like 13 years ago, I had to, get down and start making money and, create another future because the future we were thinking of having fell out. So I more or less walked away from powerlifting because I had to take care of my family. And that's the positive. That's not a negative. The negatives were the 2 hernias. The positive was, having a family. Well, now the thing is, I'm 50, but I think if there's any time to start again on my health, it's now. Because, I want to live to see grandkids and, this and that. And I don't want to be all broke up and, in the hospital or, whatever, not be strong enough or anything. And so I figure if I start exercising again and working out now, it's like everyone in my generation and generation before me, I'm a Gen X baby. They work out, they stay healthy. A lot of guys way older than me in their 60s, they're still really big, they're toned, they're fit. So that's the whole thing is, I'm thinking of getting back into it. So, I want to know, who thinks it's a good idea to start a channel, and maybe, it'd be a good thing. Cause I mean, I don't know if they're out there. I've never YouTubed it to see if there was, starting at 50, whatever you could call it, and getting back into, health and stuff like that. So my wife works out now, and I think it'd be great if we worked out together. We did some training together because, she goes to her workout classes and everything, and they're really good, I guess. But, I see at times she wants more. She wants to be pushed harder. You know, she likes that high endurance, the quick go, 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 go. She does the kickboxing and punch bag, or, punching, or, kickboxing, boxing, all that stuff. So, I mean, I got a lot of stuff that I could really burn, and get her going. So these are just some thoughts I've had recently. And and being home alone this weekend, it's I'm able to take some time and put some thoughts together and think if it would be a good idea. So as people watch this stream, the rerun or whatever, leave a comment and let me know if it'd be something that you would follow. Because I'm not a beginner, but I'd be perfect for beginners because I'm starting brand new. But the thing is I have all the knowledge already because I did it for so long. So it's not like I don't know what to do. I don't know proper form. I don't know this. I don't know that. I know it all. So, and then the other thing is Luke's 11. He's going on 12 really soon here. His birthday's April. And 12, I told him he had to wait till he was 13 to start working out with me, but 12, he's pretty darn big. God, the kid's like 5'10. So he's almost 6 foot. So I'm sure before he is 13, he'll be 6 foot. So I'm thinking now's a good time to start exercising with him, tightening up all of his his core, getting him going for just life. Because the thing is he's going to be a really big guy. And when I, before I start lifting, I had a lot of weak parts, and it's just how it was. So if I would have got into exercising earlier, who knows what kind of doors it could have opened, I played sports most of my life, but still, that type gym exercising is a little different than just playing sports. So, and I'm not saying weights are better than running around on a football field or a soccer field or playing tennis or gymnastics or anything like that. Cause I did gymnastics, I did soccer, I did football, I played hockey with friends all the time. I never played like on a team, but I ice skated, I roller skated, I did a lot. But I remember when I first went to work out and I went to push weight over my head, I was just like, I just felt like a toddler. I'm 6'8", and I was lifting the least amount of weight in the whole place. And so it let me know that no matter what I was doing, it just wasn't, what I thought I was in the shape that I really wasn't. Aqua Balls. Fish family, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Aqua Balls, if you rewind my channel or my stream tonight, you don't hear a bong being smoked with all the bubbles. So anything I do tonight will be measured once, cut once, and put together properly. I swear to God, dude. You're one of the funniest cats. I am blessed to know you, Sir Aqua Balls and family. I was just telling someone about you the other day. That is not a lie. I was speaking positive. And I was actually talking about how you started your stream the other day, or I should say the other night. And if people do not, I'm sure you don't care, so I'm gonna put it out there. You wouldn't do it. But if you guys go back to watch Mr. Aqua Balls' channel,
when he was making his fish tank racks. You're going to hear some lighter light, some heavy bubbling, some big inhaling, and some coughing. Um, and he was all excited to show us his fish tank racks that he built. And then it went away. No, a little while later, I turned my phone back on, and he was back on again, and the heading said something about everything's wrong. But at the beginning of that stream, you heard a lighter light, you heard a bunch of bubbles bubbling, you heard big inhales going, you heard exhaling and coughing, and then he told us that all of his measurements were wrong, and you have to cut wood. You have to measure 30 times, 30 times and cut once. 60 times. I mean, if you're tired and don't have enough coffee in you. But I don't know how hard I laughed. That had to be one of the funniest things because I played it the next day for my wife. I said, "Listen, be quiet, listen." I had her pause the television, and she is sitting there, and then she looked at me and her eyes got really big and she started laughing. I said, and he wants to know why his wood is not cut to size. And that's exactly what he said. I sent a message to him and I said, I don't know if you can cut wood straight if you're under the influence and you're high. I mean, I could have asked Cat Williams about it, but I think he would have said the same thing. Pimpin's pimping. But Mr. Aquaballs messaged me back and said, well, I can't cut it if I'm not high. Well, you can't cut it high either. I'm going to have to tell you that now. But the way channels go, it's so hilarious to actually see that on a fish channel now, because it's like, you know, I watch like Cat Williams stuff and he always smokes. I watch Mike Tyson, you know, and he smokes on his channel. It's like everyone smokes and gets high, but the fish fam channels, I ain't never seen anybody rolling blunts and just getting high. And Mr. Aquaballs, I have to give you one. I do believe that you are the first one to bring Mrs. Mary Jane to YouTube Fish Fam. Everyone says they do it, but no one shows themselves doing it. I mean, you didn't show yourself, but you had the sound effects, which was very, very, very funny. That was hilarious. But yeah, I watch everything now. People just they smoke more than they smoke cigarettes. So it's like, oh, it's like, holy crap. I just watched Cat Williams, Mike Tyson, and another guy. I watched it last night and I died laughing, just rolling. Mike Tyson was so high, he couldn't stop eating popcorn and whatever it was. He was just cramming his mouth the whole thing. And all he could do is laugh and say he was so high. And he was smoking Cat Williams weed. So, Everyday Fish Keeper smokes live. Okay. Yeah. Let me check. I don't know if I'm subscribed to him. Hold on. Is it Everyday Fish Keeping? Oh, it can't be. Well, is it Everyday Fish Keeping? He's got 40,000 subscribers. Everyday Fish Keeper. Oh, yeah. There he is. Oh, yeah, I know this guy. Yep, he's getting blowed. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm nobody compared to a 40,000 subscriber guy, but I'll check anybody out. But yeah, I just want to say that was pretty funny. He brought some funniness to it. He's always taking hits. Yeah, that's funny. The weird thing is when I don't know, my whole life I can't stand the smell of it. Cannot stand the smell of it. I don't know what it is. I know I'm not allergic to it. Well, let's just say, in case my son or anyone's watching this, I've never smoked marijuana, nor would I ever do drugs. Never. But when I was younger, it didn't seem to bother me as much. But now that I'm old, I mean, I can't even stand to smell it. I'll go into a storm, somebody be in front of me or come behind me smelling like it because they just got done blowing one. It stinks. Oh my God, does it stink? It's just, I can't stand it. I don't know what it is. Cigarettes. I smoke, God, I don't know how many years. And, like they say, oh yeah, when people quit, they say that cigarettes really stink, my business partner smokes like lights, but it's not Marlboro Lights, it's the silver pack, whatever that is. And he lights it up and it don't smell bad. He rolls the window down. My brother smokes Marlboro Reds and he lights that up and it smells, oh my God, it chokes me. I have to roll the window down. I mean, it makes me want to throw up. So, excuse me. So it's just getting clean over the years, not smoking, drinking anything anymore, all that stuff, just the smoking stuff, all the smoke smell. Now, I had a boss that smoked he says they weren't the Swisher Sweets, but we all know what Swisher Sweets smell like, or those little 2-cent cigars that they smell pretty good. What else I like is pipe tobacco to smell. So, I mean, I don't smoke, but I'm like, I like the smell of pipe tobacco so much. I just want to smoke pipe just so I can smell the pipe tobacco. But that's as bad as smoking cigars. You don't, I mean, most people don't inhale it. I don't know how you could. Oh my God, it's so strong. Uh, but those small cigars I like the smell of. They're pretty good. But pot is welcome. Yeah, and I see it's I don't know. I just have I don't know what it is. And I don't think there's a difference between like back when we were kids when they had Thai stick, Sensimillion, Acapulco Gold, they had red haired weed, all this stuff. I mean, God, I can't even think of how many bazillion names there were. And it's kind of funny because now they sell it in these stores and they got a bazillion names for it. And it's like, I don't know. The names are kind of childish, It's just just put on it, anxiety, stress. This one does for weight gain. This one does for weight loss, instead of all these blue, purple, berry, cherry, get you high like a fairy, with your buddy Gary weed or something. I don't know. It's Purpleoculus, Dopalopolis. I don't know. It's crazy. And then they then they have a bazillion things on how to smoke it. This pipe, that pipe. What happened to just again, I'm saying this, I've never done it before, but what happened to just putting a dent in a pop can and punching a bunch of holes in it, or I don't know, pop bottle. I don't know. I don't know. Just stuff I saw on television. But but I don't know. It's crazy. Keep it clean. I wish I would buy more. The pot this day is so much stronger than before, at least 40% more pot. Yeah, I know. Secret weapon, blue lobster, super glue, LOL. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what they say. So, yeah, this week has been really good. I've done massive water changes. I just did probably a 45% water change on my saltwater tank today. Changed all the filtration, and it's an all-in-one. So I I vacuumed all the water from in the back first. So I take out all the filter pads, take everything out, and then I suck everything, scrape the insides, and then I vacuum all that out because that's where all the gunk is. That's the biggest thing, where phosphates just sit and grow, and it's just bad. So you get all that out, because that's with the phosphates and all that stuff. That's what grows all that algae, those microalgae and stuff in the tank. And my tank is so healthy. I mean, the water looks so good. It's like I think I just went 2 months, maybe 3 months without a water change. All I do is just add water, but I was getting that algae, and I'm like, all right, time to do a massive water change. So today I did a massive water change in there. I did water change in my my CPD grow out tanks. A big water change in the Sulawesi shrimp down there. Sorry. I've just done because I did a lot of sales this week, or what was it, last weekend. So I cleaned a lot of tanks, cleaned the bottoms, did all sorts of stuff. And did a lot of big water changes. The big thing now that I'm doing is over here in the one tank next to me here is where hey Jeff K, what up? It takes longer when you're hot. Yes, it does. I did the video on because I notice a lot of people, they say that their plecos have babies, and then when they go in there and look, the babies are gone. And then they only had so many they only had so many eggs. They only laid so many eggs. Well, most of the time, new females, they'll only lay so many eggs. It's especially with the higher end plecos. It's bristle nose. I don't know. Usually, with all the bristle nose that I've had that I breed and have bred before, the females, I mean, they'll start off, a good minimum 20 for first round. Then after that, I mean, once they're comfortable, I mean, you're getting 30, you could get 70. I mean, I had so many plecos. It seemed like I was getting around 80 at a time. But that was with the other ones, the brown ones, and they give you albinos and all this and that. Well, with the longfin super reds, I noticed that they did really well if you left them with the parents, when it came time to switching over to food. So I've really been watching them, and they're so far along now. They've been on the glass for so long, they're actually starting to really grow. And so I put a whole cube of bloodworms in there yesterday, and then today I did some green beans, but the bloodworms are probably 99% gone. So they've gone as, I mean, there's shrimp in there, but shrimp can't eat a whole. I mean, you're only looking at maybe 15 blue dreams, but they can't eat a whole block of bloodworms. So that lets me know that the plecos are eating it. The only thing I notice about this batch is I don't know why, but it's a huge amount of short fins. It's really weird. I don't know how that happened, but everyone, it's kind of like everything else, pleca, anything, you can have, let's say I have 30 longfin bristle nose, and when they hatch, 2 of them can be short fins. So, I separate them. I still take them to the store and sell them to him, but I separate them so he can sell them, or he just puts them all in the same tank and people just pick. But this batch that I pulled out, I mean, literally, I mean, I'm looking because you could tell. Oh, I see some in the back with long fins, but you could tell when the babies hatch, you can actually see their tail fin and know if they're going to be long fin or short fin. It's not hard. It really isn't with these guys. Now the side fins, it might be a little harder, but their tail fin is what tells it all. I mean, you can really tell if they're going to be short fin or not. But it happens, and that's a good thing. I take the all the plecos out of there. I don't have them breed back to their parents. I don't. It just keeps the line good and strong. So, just picked up 6 platinum blue race fish and 7 black race fish. You got good stores out there, Aquaballs. You got real good stores out there. Now, I have good stores by me. But it depends on how far you want to drive. But a lot of times it doesn't. A lot of times, I could stay out probably 5 hours driving store to store, and they're just gonna have your basics. That's it. Only once in a while will you go to a store that actually has some rares, some stuff you don't see much. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, blue rice fish, I mean, you see them sometimes, but when you see them in a store, they usually have them, let's say, for, I don't know, a few months, and then they're gone. It's black race fish. I don't know if I've ever seen them in a store over here. And what I really want really bad again, seriously, no kidding, I want to put them in with the plecos, is the oh Christ, what's the name of them? They got the real long noses on them. They're their mouth is up top. You guys know what it is. Well, Jeff will know. Aquaballs will know too. He probably has some. They're the little ones. They're the half beaks. That's it. Half beaks. I love half beaks. I think half beaks are as cool as God, what are those saltwater fish? I just saw them today. They're not the horses, they're the needle nose or whatever. But half beaks are so cool. I think they're the platinums. That's what I had before. And I wasn't paying attention to to the tank that they were in. They're in a 10-gallon tank, and they passed away. But I would love to put them in the pleco tank. I would love to put them in the pleco tank to eat all the little the little itty bitty bugs in there and stuff. I don't want to put them in with the CPD tank because when the CPDs are eating baby brine shrimp, I start chucking them in the big tank. And, they're small, but no one will eat them, and they're strong enough to stay away from the filter. But if there was platinums in there or any of those, they'd probably, eat them. But yeah, half beaks, I think half beaks are they're like, like, I don't know, like a torpedo kind of, a submarine, but they're just up there and then they just, not really like a snake. They don't really move like that, but they kind of do. They have that whip to them, and man, but I just think they're so incredible. But no one has them around. No one has them around here. I was getting them from Pumpkinhead or was it yeah. Was it from him? Yeah, I think from Georgia, a Petco in Georgia. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's where I was getting them from. He was shipping them to me. And yeah, they're really, really nice. Really, really nice. I really like them a lot. I'd love to get more, but as I say, no one has them. No one has them. And it's like the CPDs I just took to my buddy's store last week. I took them 10 full-grown males because here's the thing, as we all know, but excuse me, but when you have egg layers, and you have the male goes after the female. Well, if you have 5 males chasing a female, it's very stressful. We all know this. They're not going to want to lay, their bellies are huge. If you can get 10, 12 eggs or 15 eggs out of one fish a day, that's great. But if they're being bullied and stressed out by the males, you're not going to get that much, So, I mean, you could get a lot, but, when you have 50, 60 females, so I took up, I don't know, maybe 15 full grown males. And we all know too, fish only live so long. So, when you got, full growns, I mean, if the fish live a year, and I just had them for half a year, it's time to move them on. It's, you want to keep those young guys coming in, keep them studs going through, and just keep moving them along. So I moved but anyways, I took, I don't know, maybe 20 fish up there and they're already gone. I think there's one male and 2 females left. He's like, man, if I knew you was coming today, I would have told you to bring more. So those flew off the rack. And every other store I go to, if you see them, they're always sick. So they're always coming from Florida, which then they get them from China or Taiwan, and they're, kept in salt water, like half rainwater, half salt water. So when they get here, they just put them right in tap water and they die. Just like the guppies, and people don't know that when they go to the store. That's why, when you get it from the store, you bring it home and it dies, and they're like, well, what was in your water? Well, nothing. Well, it was dying in their water. It just didn't die till it got to your house. So that's the bad thing is, that's why I say, it's kind of like just watch an LRB. I mean, like he says, try to buy from people that breed fish. You'll get your healthiest outcome that way. You don't have to worry about anything, and be it sick and stuff like that. So, it's all super positive. If I knew somebody that sold half beaks or had half beaks, I'd be buying them off of them. Yeah, I think half beaks are super sweet. Another thing I want to announce, we're going to be doing the giveaways here soon. The weather's changing. It's starting to get a little warmer. So I don't want to send plecos in weather that's too cold. But I mean, I could do a heat pack, but I just want it to be a little warmer. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll just do shrimps. I mean, it's super simple, maybe packs of 10s or some of these high-end blue dreams I got. Because I just figure, this is the way it's going to be. Instead of me breeding, 66 tanks of shrimp, I'm going to focus on my blue dreams, just breed thousands of them, keep them really high-end, keep them really good, and, just roll them like that. I mean, I have all my other shrimp, but I'm working on, I don't know what the highest grade is. You got all these pros that do it, in Germany and Taiwan and, all these places. So, going off of what they say is a high-end shrimp, well, that's what I'm kind of working on trying to get. I don't watch like anyone else except like people from Taiwan and stuff because more or less everyone's just like me. I hear people calling other people master breeders and stuff, and it's like no one's done anything but buy a bunch of containers and put a bunch of shrimp in them. Neocaridina are the easiest thing in the world to breed. So, but that and who's the other one? Shrimp King. Chris Lukop. If you guys haven't seen his new stuff, go check out his videos. He's got a lot of nice. He just showed this new shrimp. It's like a red and an orange mixed. He says that the orange is producing it, but it looks like a red and orange was mixed to help produce it. But it's a red and orange Neocaridina now, and it's bad. It's sweet. So. But yeah, he's got a couple cool things going on over there. But yeah, he's got some nice videos right now and everything. So check that stuff out. But when it comes to stuff like that, I really don't watch anybody for shrimp because just in my opinion, the people over there have been doing it so long, they're the ones that are masters at it. We're just beginners over here. We're so far behind the ball here. I mean, we're 10 years plus behind those people. So when we get a shrimp here, we're like, oh my God, look at this, brand new. Over there, it's just no one wants anymore, and they start shipping it over here. You know, we're so many years behind with everything. I mean, you see videos of there's streets over there. They sell fish right on the street, tons of tanks. And we're trying to do stuff in our basements and our houses and stuff, and they just got it out there in the road and stuff and just selling fish and stuff like you wouldn't believe. So it's pretty cool. So that's where I try to get most of my shapes, designs, the thought process of where I'm gonna go with this stuff. So I try to go to, I don't want to say a master, but a guy who's got way more skill than I do. That's where I try to get it from. So I made a delivery at LFS this morning and made out better than selling them retail. Yeah, it's like I said last week, I just went and picked up the last bit of money today. It was $120. So I got what I get 1, 2, 3. I get 100, and then yesterday I went up and I got $20 because his safe wasn't open yet. So I left, and then today I went up and got 100. So I got $320 cash, and then I got 60. I got almost $100 in store stuff because I got 2 big huge bags of dog treats. Because I get them sealed in the bag so they're super fresh. Got a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, I killed it. I got like probably $450 to $480. So I haven't had a sale like that in a long time because things got really slow. People are selling all their tanks over here in Michigan. So but then I called the other store. I got to call them tomorrow. I called them a couple weekends ago just before I went to Pennsylvania and asked them if they needed some shrimp and plecos and stuff. They said give them 2 weeks and call them back. So I'm gonna call them tomorrow because I'm still doing the 50 for 100 or 25 for 50 on the Blue Dreams. So because I have so many, it's not like I'm trying to dump them, but I have, the 2 grow out tanks down here. Well, I don't want so many shrimp in the grow out tanks that it's just full of shrimp poop. And then I have 40, I think I counted 42 plecos in this last batch that I have in here. It's a lot of poop, and I have the CPDs growing out. These plecos are only going to get a little bigger before I pull them all out, and they're going to go in the upper tank up here. They're not staying down there. Only reason I put them down there was to make sure that the dad didn't eat them over there because the tank was getting too crowded. I started to notice that they were knocking them off because, there's too many in there to eat, the food. And if there's too many, then the parents aren't going to be able to eat. So, but yeah, it was it because I put them over here and I got them all. There's still 42 in there. So that's a lot of plecos. And that's a lot of pooping. So they've gotten really big since I put them in there. They still had their little sacks on them, and now they're just all over the glass. Like I said, I did the bloodworms. I have the green beans in there. What it is I just introduce it, small amounts. I leave it, and the best thing to do is shut the lights off and come back the next day, and hopefully everything's good. I sold 20 bushy nose albino and 25 koi angels today. I got $130. Empty room. 25 koi. How much do angels go for? Koi's, I don't know price wise. I know over here, one of the biggest ones that they want all the time, and my boy at the pet store told me to start breeding them, and I didn't. I mean, it's just I don't know if I want to deal with that many fish. Is the black angel fish. The what do they call the tuxedo black or something? The inky black ones. He's like, man, because he had a breeder, and the guy was probably in his 60s, and he had a younger wife. She's probably in her late 40s, and it was an Asian woman, and she told him, no more, make no more angel fish. So he quit. And he was the guy. He fed every pet store around with black angel fish. So he sold everything. My buddy bought everything he had, and then sold it all. So, but he was the guy. And I don't know how much he bought them for, but then there's another guy he used to bring in like mixed angelfish and stuff. I don't know if he comes in anymore, but I don't know. You just know the guys that have a lot of business because, I don't know. They don't pull up with a car running on 3 cylinders, 2 hubcaps missing, stuff like that, So $3 small albino plecos. So you got what? Oh, that's cool. 75 for your koi angels and 20 bushy nose. You only got $25 for 20 bushy nose. What were they? Babies. You got a dollar a piece. Oh, what'd you get? Oh, you say you got 130. Okay, 75, 30, 55. Okay. So you got what? 225 or 250 a piece for the plecos? That's not bad if they're babies. Like, I mean, babies. Like, let's say a month and a half old. That's how I was selling them before. I was taking 100 at a time and selling for two to 250 a piece. And I was like, you better feed them. I feed them just cans of green beans. If you don't feed them, you ain't gonna have them. But yeah, I think I'm gonna some of my fish and stuff might be heading towards Pennsylvania. My cousin's girl said that she wants to start a tank again, and she's a nurse, so they don't really need a tank that they have to do a lot of maintenance. So they could set them up a tank, maybe take a bunch of bacteria there, maybe it was a dirty sponge filter and stuff, get a tank to them, set it up like, God damn, I forgot. Excuse my French. I was supposed to get some plants today. Son of a crap. Well, if I got to go back tomorrow, if I can go back tomorrow, he wants more CPDs, but I wanted to get some more plants, some jungle val for the CPD tank because they all hide over here underneath the wood with the plants because I moved it from over here. So I had wood on both sides. Well, I mean, they come out, but I just want them to feel calm and safe because the less stressed they are, I mean, they'll just lay eggs all day, just all day, all day, all day. I know that they say, oh, well, it's the first hour of every morning they lay eggs. Well, there's males and females in there in the basket right now, bumping ugly. So they do it all day. You just have to, they just got to be calm. They'll do it all the time. A female that's full of eggs doesn't just go, well, I can only do this in the morning. If they're ready to come out, they're coming out. But local, I can. They are babies, $3 each. Oh, $60. Oh, wow, $3 each. That's even better. But just think about it. Like I got 42 plecos right here. Now these are if they're just super reds, my buddy sells just super reds, bristle nose super reds for $20 a piece. I think they're sold to him for I don't know. I don't know what the fish guy sells them to, what he gets them for, but and here in Michigan, the one guy that I know that has the longfin super red bristle nose, he was selling them for 30 bucks. Well, the people I got them from, Aquatic Arts or whatever, they're still selling for $32.99. So I mean, here's the thing. If I can dump 42 plecos right now, the size they are right now, I mean, they're a half inch. If I could dump them all for $3 a piece, I'd do it in a heartbeat because guess what? There's another cave up there that I can dump out in another, I don't know, week or so once they hatch and we'll hit it again, but it's just, a lot, you go to pet stores, a lot of people don't want, they don't want to start off nano-y, some people want big fish, because some people buy a pleco for it to do pleco stuff. They don't buy a pleco and go, wow, this thing's going to grow up and look really cool. They're like, oh, we need it to clean our tank because it's disgusting. Well, just clean your tank and you won't have to worry about the pleco doing all the work. But, so a lot of people don't buy them little. But if they buy them little, then it's cheaper. So if I was able to sell all those for 3, he just needs to triple. So he could sell them for 10, um, instead of 30 or $25 a piece. I think he sells them for 25, the long fins, 25 or 27, maybe 30, I don't know. But then he could sell them cheaper and people could buy them faster, and get them way cheaper. Plecos grow up pretty quick. It's just they don't get to breeding age, for a couple years. So, I mean, unless you feed them like I do, then they get big quick, But if you just feed them like you're supposed to, more or less, just let them clean your tank and really not uh spot feed just for a pleco. I mean, you can, but if you have a shrimp tank and you have a pleco in there, if you put green beans in there, he's going to eat the green beans and so will the shrimp. So you're not spot feeding just for one, you're feeding the whole tank, just one type of food. That's another thing people need to think about. That's how I grow hundreds and hundreds of shrimp. I just feed green beans, but I feed other stuff too, but it's mostly green beans. And, and the other stuff I feed them, yeah, it helps them get bigger and stronger, but they eat is all day, just like the plecos do. So, I don't have an issue with it. Now that I have no substrate on the bottom, I can clean it real easy. The water changes. There's no like a bunch of crap all through the substrate, burrowing down to the bottom. It's right there. I can even stir up the bottom and get the vacuum in. It cleans way better. I don't have to worry about anything rotting in the substrate and creating ammonia. And I just have to watch my bacteria levels and not do too huge of water changes. That's it. Need to do a tour of my favorite local fish store. The problem is I can't do it live. I have to take video. Why? Can't do it live? Because, well, just smoke one. You'll be all right. I can get 5 for albino bristlenose, 5 per angel. Wow. Wow. See what I'm saying? And how can you say that it's not worth doing if you can get 5 buckets in angel? How many babies do angels have? 100? I mean, just think, if they'll buy all 100, I mean, there's 500 angels or $500, just in something you barely got to take care of. You don't have to have a heater. You don't have to have nothing. Just have a tank and the water changes. That's the big thing. That's it. And water's cheap. If you don't run a heater and you run just maybe have an air stone in there, to help gas off the water, and maybe a little filter to keep the bio or the bacteria build up good. Just have some sponge filters. That's the best way to do it, is just sponge filters, because they can just carry bacteria and it won't crash your tank, and just change water and they get big quick. Heck yeah, that's huge money. Hey, Bubble Off. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great info. I'm glad that you're getting some good info here. Everyone here is top-notch guys and gals. They've been around a while. And, if you have any questions, just type them in the comments. And there's someone here that can, if I can't answer it, somebody here will know. Can be thousands, but I can only sell 20 max at a time. So much money in food alone. Oh, you spend a lot of money in food? Vibes Aquatics. What's crack-a-lacking? Lurking. Excellent. Thank you for lurking. Make sure everybody hits a thumbs up. And I want to thank everybody again, man. Help me get to 1,000. I'm 1,018 subscribers now. It's super, super cool. Now all I have to do is get my watch hours up. I have to get 4,000, and I'm 600 and something. So I don't know if I'm gonna set up like a thing where you could just click on it and just let it run all day. I probably will. I mean, that's the best way to do it. But that's what I got to do, is get my watch hours up. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, really, how much does it really take to get people to get the watch hours up? But I mean, I used to have it, but I know it changes yearly. So since this year, it's already 600 and some. But I mean, 4,000, gosh, even back in the day, I used to hit that easy. But SC Catahoulis, welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, it's you guys. It's not me. It's you guys. Got to be at least 10 pounds of food a year plus live baby brine shrimp and frozen foods. Yeah, I just bought, actually, it's being made up there in my high end. I got it from Court. No, I didn't get it from Aquarium Co-op. It's a Fiji water bottle, special delivery by Motor City Aquatics. That's the most expensive piece of equipment I have. I think I paid $4 and some change for that water bottle. But yeah, I'm actually making some now. I bought my first can. I put it on that one video. I bought my first can, and yeah, I'm just banging it out. The fish love it and everything. But yeah. Oh yeah, Vinny's. Yep. Everybody check in on Vinny, 10 o'clock. So he'll be on in 16 minutes. I called him the other day. I think that's what's doing it. But I called him. I said, look, I don't know where you're at, dude. I said, but you know, you need to answer your phone. Don't ignore me. You're hurting my feelings. Where are you at? He is the only guy I knew that drank and got high, and he left. And you know, now Aqua Balls is taking his spot. I don't know. It's in Aqua Balls' glass, but I don't think it's coffee. But I don't know. When he's smoking that big hookah, because Aqua Ball's got to smoke out of a hookah. He don't smoke out of nut. You don't hear all that bubbling and all that. I think Aqua Balls is Iranian or something. So that guy don't mess around. He's probably got a 3-foot hookah bong right by his computer. And that guy gets down, but he's it's glass bong. Yeah. Does it got the long hose on it? Those things are just neat looking just to own. They just opened another. I called my buddy last night and I asked him if he wanted to meet me at the hookah lounge. He started laughing. He said, what? There used to be this 2-story Burger King over here. It was a big playscape, and they shut it down, you know, probably slow or whatever. And they put a 2-story hookah lounge in there with the restaurant. That's got to smell. Armenian. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. No. I'm not trying to disrespect you or not. I have a lot of Armenian friends. They are all strip club owners. So, you know, I just heard you talking the other day, telling a story about where you were when you were a kid. And God, it was another country, but I don't think it was Armenian or Armenia or somewhere. It was somewhere, but sorry, didn't mean Iranian. Not trying to say anything. Yeah, I have a lot of Armenian friends. Yep. Well, put it this way. I did when I was younger. They're still there. We're still friends. I just haven't hung out in a long time. Lebanon. Okay. Yeah, Lebanon. That's probably what it was. You were telling the story the other day about when you were young. What was it? You came outside. Oh, you were staying at somebody's house, and was it your brother or something? Broke, God dang, what were you saying? Broke something or did something, and he was all pissed and yelling, and that was the story I was listening to. You didn't think anyone was listening, did you? Least of all me. I was there. I'm always there. Let's give a shout out to our Lebanese subscribers, our American Lebanese subscribers up in here. Aqua Balls. My brother did. Yep. See, I was listening. Oh, there's the beagle. You went outside or something? All right. Well, everyone, it is 9:48. It is my time to get off of here. Thanks, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us. I got to let the dogs out. I got to get ready myself for Mr. Vinny in 13 minutes or 12 minutes and counting. So let's everybody hop on there and show some love. 4,000 hours ain't hard, Vibes Aquatic said. Well, hey, run some of my streams. You know who I ran today? Get it? I ran or Lebanon. Yeah, okay, whatever. I ran Lucas Brett LRB's new his Friday stream while I was doing the water change on my saltwater tank. But I run everyone's stuff. It just it kills the background noise. And I can listen to stuff even if I'm not paying attention. I listen. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mr. Jeff Kane. But all right, everybody. Yeah, stream my stuff. Burn some time up for me. Build up my hours. Let me know how much you did. And who knows? Maybe we'll get some shrimps or something out of it. But all right, thank you so much, everyone. Love it when everybody shows up, and have a beautiful night, an incredible Saturday. I don't know. Don't do water changes tonight. Let's just sit back. I'm gonna watch some Lord of the Rings and Vinny stream. But all right, everybody, we miss you. We love it when you're here, and we will see you soon. All right, peace, everybody. Take care.